New builds are horrible, especially nowadays. I've seen so many things on new builds that should have never, been accepted.
How are these items missed?
I've had permits done for water heaters where the guy literally just walked up the driveway, looked at it from the driveway, and then walked back to his car, like just literally turned around. I'm like,
What?
what? Speaking on new builds, this is the other thing, right? So I've done many, many new build inspections. I've found so many awful things, like, for example, speaking on air conditioning and heating systems, condensate leaks from the air conditioning always is going to create condensation while it's running. And there's pipes in your attic to route that condensation to an exterior location, so it's not going to ruin the wood members in your attic, right? Lines not hooked up properly, lines where they're dripping, just plumbing fixtures in bathrooms that leak, gas leaks, improperly wired switches, all kinds of things we see. Now, I know that there's building inspectors and there's all these people from the county and all of that come in, but I'm telling you, everybody's human. They're going to miss things. It's always good to have a third party come in and look over again after some of the stuff. New builds are horrible, especially nowadays. I've seen so many things on new builds that should have never been accepted. And then sometimes we find great ones and they're fine, but I would never suggest that anyone skip one just because the builder tells you that it's fine. And they will give you a hard time. They do not want anybody coming in as a third party and messing up their
My
deal.
lord.
Oh gosh, but it's important. It's very important because I'll tell you, the same things that happen and the same things that are preventative. For example, the way that the gutters are installed, the way that the flashing's installed, there's a lot of things. We even do pre-drywall inspections. There's things that we're seeing before that they just slap the drywall over and nobody knows because you can't see it. Only until several years later it becomes a problem, right? When you're buying a house, whether or not you're buying a pre-owned house, and then you're just getting, due diligence things, there's all these different types of inspections that you should have done. But on a brand new house that's being built, do not just trust that these builders and that these independent people that they have on their staff are going to actually inspect it properly. You got to have a third party come in. It's really a good idea, honestly, in my opinion.
I had a client bought a brand new build a few years ago. It wasn't that long. It was like probably 2-3 years ago. We already had issues with the process going in. It took a lot of delays and they finally got the keys and then they moved in. And they came to realize there was a lot of stuff that was missed. A bunch of homeowners in that community that bought are all complaining now for the same things that's happening to every homeowner because it was missed. And so my question to you is, the county comes out, the city comes out and check these items, the foundations and all these items before giving permits out, right? So like, how are these items missed?
I don't know if it's just that, they're just fast walking some of these things. And obviously they're supposed to be checking everything. Not only that, Chia, they also have independent people on their staff that are checking these items too. So there's multiple people that are coming in and looking at these items. And for the most part, they get a lot of stuff done. But for example, if you have a tradesman that's a brand new apprentice, electrician, plumber, whatever it is, and he had his guy over here doing the work and he signed off on it or whatever. I mean, there's so many different things, but everybody has a bad day, or maybe somebody didn't feel like doing a really deep inspection that day, or maybe a quick, they were coming back. I mean, I've had permits done for water heaters where the guy literally just walked up the driveway, looked at it from the driveway, and then walked back to his car, like just literally turned around.
What?
I'm like, why did I even get a permit for this? I should have just done it
Yeah.
myself. Like, walked up the driveway. As he's walking up, he's like, gets halfway up my driveway, and then towards the end, and then he looks at it, and then he just turns around and walks back. And I'm like, that's it? Like, that's all you're gonna do? I'm sure that there's other situations, I know that they look at a lot of detail, but these guys are looking at hundreds and hundreds of homes.
Yeah.
I know that some are better than others. It's just like a home inspector. It's just like a real estate agent. It's just like anybody else.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a good person. Sometimes you get somebody that's not really doing the best.
We could say it any other way, right? Any way different. I mean, in our business, it's just, you made a reference in one of the videos too, Chia. It's like playing poker. Everybody can start, not everybody can actually master it. So you do get what you pay for. Definitely vet your people, have a conversation with them, build a relationship. As they're trying to build a relationship with you, build a relationship with them as well, because people tend to do a better job when they like you as well. It goes both ways, right?
A person that you trust would, if they don't know what they're doing, they would tell you straight up and say, hey, look, I don't know what I'm doing. So just so you know, if you hire me, it's just purely for experience purposes. It's okay because sometimes I'll have clients that come up to me and they want me to help them in a certain area, and I'll just tell them straight up, I think is I'm just not gonna give you any good service over there because I don't know that area. And two, because I don't know that area, I'm not gonna be able to negotiate. And you're just gonna miss out on a lot of opportunities, So I've let deals slide by me because of my honesty. I'll let people know straight up that, hey, I appreciate you wanting me to work with you and all that, but then I think it's probably best for you to find somebody else in your area, and it's okay to do that.
That's the difference between integrity and not, right? Sometimes if you know that you're not the best in that area, you take that hit just to give that client still the best service, even though you can't technically service them. But honesty is also a part of our service business. And really, for any of you guys who want to be in the lending business, who want to be in real estate, who wants to be home inspection, of any part of this, the best way to learn is to shadow somebody that's been in the business for quite some time. So sometimes you'll see inspectors go out. If you got somebody that's willing to teach the trade, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And that's really where people should get started instead of going out there and just sink or swim on your own and somebody else has to pay for that.
Yeah, most of the time it's your clients that's paying for
Yeah.
it.
You got people's lives in your hands. You got people's lives in your hands. You got it. Like, biggest thing, I totally agree with you, Lisa. You gotta have, you vet your people, talk to them, ask them what their experience is, ask them how long they've been doing it, get to know them, get all the information before you just make that decision. It's a huge decision. It might not cost, I mean, when you think of it relatively, right? A home inspection, what is it? $500, $600, $700, depending on how big your house is and all the other services you're getting, that's fine. But you're buying a house, and now with these interest rates and these prizes, you're $500,000 at least, right? And it's like, this is a huge decision. You need to make sure that the agent, that the mortgage person, that the lender, whatever it is, the home inspector, the pest inspector, you need to make sure that that these people are going to take care of you and they're going to properly represent you. That's really what you need.
With that being said, I think that's a good way to end the show. I'm pretty sure you guys got things to do. You guys take care, Chi Chi fams. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.